Blessings, beloveds. Time for an energy update, and then after that, an activation that can assist us through these energies. For me, physically, it was felt. The shift from September into October was felt in my physical body, like fevery, feeling a little bit dizzy, disorientated in waves, but the meditations was off the chart. That's how I usually notice if it's energy and not human sickness. Let's move into the energy update to then see if there's an activation that wants to come through and assist us with these energies. We have been hearing for a long time that there is a timeline purification. There's a timeline split between fear, separation, love, and unity. And I at least thought it would be a timeline split, a separation between the awakened and the non-awakened. What I unfortunately experience, and I work so diligently with this myself, is the split in the spiritual field. And I think this is so important to address because, of course, we're here to discern, to set clear boundaries, but we are here, beloveds, to make sure that there's no separation happening. And if there is separation happening from a place of judging, feeling superior or inferior, we need to clear that. That's our responsibility. So let's move a little bit into why it is so important to daily have focus practiced on being able to move into 0 point. Because we are clearing so much trauma, and we're not only clearing our own trauma from past lifetimes and this incarnation, we are clearing the collective trauma of separation, chaos, and the collective fear. Being here on earth, choosing to have a human body, means that we are here and transmuting a lot of energies, getting to know our own energy, stabilizing our 12-dimensional light body is primary most important thing daily. So we also more easily can transmute energy that's come through our light pillar. So we understand that it's not always ours and that it's safe to feel it all. When we move into 0 point, is not to cut the emotions out. To move into 0 point, to practice to go into the space of all union, the space of neutrality, is to assist the nervous system to move into stillness first, the still point, to feel safe, going into neutral, and after that, it can feel more safe for your inner child to access all the emotions that needs to flow through. Many times what we are experiencing in the collective that needs to be clear on the macro level has also a coherence inside of us in the micro level, in the micro template. So it's actually so important to notice that, okay, so there is a separation out here. How is this being reflected inside of me? How is this being corresponded inside of me? How can I shift and transmute this so the correspondence comes out to the macro? So everything that is going on in the collective will actually be played out in our everyday life, even if we have a beautiful setting nowadays. We only have the people we want to have in our lives and so on and so on. There will be small experiences of this. So being able to move to 0 point, having a strong daily practice. Notice if distractions come into your mind that can be mind control, it can be imposter spirits, it can be your wounded inner child, it can be your ego personality telling you, I'm done with that, that's so boring, I'm here to live my life, you know, I don't trust in God from within or whatever. Notice that. You're here on a spiritual mission. You are here and you are doing mission every single day. Most of us are grid workers. We are gridding all day long by becoming this conscious aware. So, from this, I need to talk and address about something that is coming up. I've been talking about the false light. Maybe it's not so clear. And I want to say that everyone I've ever met during my 30 years on the spiritual path have been entangled in false light teachings, including myself. Because again, I want to say we were so thirsty to connect, to start our spiritual journey, to start to remember, and there was no really clarity out there. So we did the trial and error. Now, now it's time to sober up, guys. There's information everywhere, and that information is usually very aligned with yourself. If there's something inside of you telling, like, you keep seeing, let's say, information about archangels, ascended masters, the Galactic Federation, things that you've been like feeling so safe to connect to, but there's something stirring up inside of you, and maybe there's a teacher you've been following and it's like, oh my god, there's something going on here, but you like, I can't make the change, I can't make the shift. It's so much easier to fall into the traps of this false light because they speak the truth. 80%, 90% is in coherence to universal truth, but then there's like 15, 10% that takes away your responsibility, takes away your power, that keeps you in a loop of feeling inferior of the teacher or inferior or superior than others, and also giving away your power over and over again to intermediates. Check if there's a God wound there. What is blocking you from saying the word God? What's blocking you from connecting with God from within you? There is a new energy, a new, total new era on earth. The frequency of Mother Earth is aligning with the frequency of Tara, which was the original earth we had here. Tara was operating in fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. So Mother Earth, that has been in the first, second, third dimension, is leveling up to the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. We can open up for all of that. What does that mean? This means that we are now ready, and it's so much easier to find all that you were searching for in the archangels, in the ascended masters within yourself, because you can move beyond those dimensions and frequencies. And when you move inside of yourself, there is really no risk that no other entity comes in, as long as we stay at our authority, make sure we have a safe, sacred space. If you are looking at a lot of people that just starts to channel, hey ho, there's no sacred space opening, there is no clarity of what they're channeling. If you are feeling that, okay, listening to this makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, I feel unsafe, I feel like I'm not enough, or I feel better than, I feel that I'm the one of 144,000, I'm the chosen one. Like, oh, look at those things. Everyone is a piece of God. Everyone is a child of God. And look at the fear of being drawn into, let's say, Christianity. As I see it, I'm here on the Christic mission, bringing back Christ consciousness, activating our Christic mind. This has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with your own connection with your inner God self. Once you start to establish that, whoa, it's next level on this planet. When you start to feel that you can clear any separation between you and God, which is within you, because the ego will say, who do you think you are? Do you think you're God? And also, there's many dark religion running by the Luciferians that will tell you, do you think you're God? When you say, I'm God, I'm sovereign, I'm free. I understand that your inner child wants a quick fix. People reach out to me in my private before my private sessions and ask me, can you activate my third eye? No, I can't, and you shouldn't go to anyone activating your third eye. Can you change my soul contract? No, I can't. And you shouldn't go to anyone going into the Akashic record changing your soul contracts. I can hold space for you. I can assist you to amplify the field when we sit together in a united, powerful field during a private session to get back your power so you can do it. I can assist you so you can do it. We don't want to entangle ourselves into energies that we don't want to open negative portals and allow new karmic contracts to happen because we're not able to say no, this doesn't feel right. So I do you know how many times before I found myself in places where I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. But I didn't feel I didn't I didn't feel powerful enough to stand my ground. I felt it's more worth to take care of it afterwards, whatever was going on, than standing there and putting boundaries. And that's not being mean to anyone else. When I talk about all of this, I also want to say that there's something going on in the split in the spirituality because of the false light. I feel that there's so many looking at spirituality, looking at the new age, and they are actually just laughing and taking us all under the same umbrella. And I totally understand it because there's a lot of bypass, spiritual bypassing in spirit in new age, like an archangel come down and doing the work for you, and then you go out of the activation and you don't think you need to do a lot of work. You need to do the work afterwards. And it's better if you connect to it yourself. But there's so many funny reels, stories out there about spiritual people bypassing, feeling even more chaotic than before, jumping off their third 3D work just to find themselves even more lost. And I do see this. I do agree. This is the shadow side. This is the false light path. But there's actually also a really committed aspect of spirituality. There's really committed communities that where we really do the work and we show up, and we show up in responsive self-responsibility. We keep showing up our shadows. We have left the blame game, the victimhood, the bypassing, and we're doing the work every single day. We are understanding that psychology needs to be integrated in spirituality, as well as I feel spirituality needs to be integrated into psychology. So I see this split in the spiritual field, and I've been there too, where I'm like, oh my God, what is she or he doing? Like, but at that moment when that comes in, coming back, just trusting that everyone will find their way, and the only thing I can do is keep showing up in my authenticity, owning what I now know is true, showing up in that over and over and over again, leaving the false light, which is being perfect, being knowing everything. No, no one can know anything. No one is perfect. And our scars and shadows and lessons and initiations is is the portals in to remember the truth. So it's just like a little bit saddening for me at the moment that I see people leaving spirituality because it didn't do anything for them, or refusing to like make a shift in the whole belief system that is required. But in the same time, I just trust, I do trust that maybe some that have been lost in the false light spirituality need to end that for a while, find their way back into more psychological ways of healing, and then returning back to what is true for them. Also, what I'm seeing here is people leaving New Age and going into Christianity, which is very much has a lot of truth there about the Luciferians, the Satanics, but it's again a separation. Like, you are satanic, you are this, you are this, you are that. Something we've been asked in the self-mastery to do is a lot, is to help many lost souls to remember the God-given right, which is to return back to the light if they want, or return back to their space and quantum, because many dark shadow creatures, shadow elements are lost. And they're coming into our field because we're feeling the light. So we need to know also we are here to assist many to find the way back to the light, because everyone have the God-given right to return back to the light. So again, I'm just bubbling here. I have some few points here, and again, you know, many are experiencing a lot of disorders in their body, and disorder is when there's information missing. And as long as we are missing information, and as long as we are blocking ourselves from really doing the work, going in and feeling it all of it, the dark and the light, the power and the weaknesses, there will be missing information. Once we choose to go and reclaim that information, divine order comes. So it's like disorder, missing information, divine order, reclaiming back that information. And if we go higher, this is what we're doing now in our DNA. We're clearing all the genetic cloning, all that they've distorted our DNA with, and we're reclaiming it. We're even reclaiming more strands in our DNA, and we're reclaiming all those lost little pieces. With that, we're also reclaiming painful memories that was just erased from our DNA, but they're still like phantom pains in our pain body. So as we are shedding, as we're clearing, we're feeling more and more safe here on earth, more and more safe in our sovereignty and freedom, in our inner crystal's light. We are starting to get so focused that our higher sensory perception is awakening. We are feeling safe to start to feel all those emotions of devastation, of shock, of deep trauma from so many lifetimes that are lingering there like phantoms in our pain body. We don't understand why we can feel sudden waves of so intense panic. And I can say I work with this a lot, a lot. For you in the self mastery, you heard my full life story. I've done it in two pieces. For an example, my mother used to be beaten in front of me for 12 years. I was every day super scared that my mom would die in the next fight. Next time he were beating her, maybe when I was at school, I was always scared that I would lose the most important person in my life. And you know, I have this automatically inside of me that I just want to, there's no not enough space for me to go in and feel what I need. I just go in survival and rescue. And if someone that I love is not feeling well, I really need to sit and take care of what that actually creates inside of me. Because if someone I love is not feeling well, of course, the instinct is to be there for that person, of course. But if I don't take care of my own emotions, my feelings, releasing that, which can be taken care of pretty easy if I allow it fully, I will be operating with my old glasses, with my little girl's glasses that is in panic, believing that she is still in that exact moment and her mother might die at any moment. But it's just a little thing that is triggering this, and I'm immediately back there. And my nervous system, all is being felt full on, and I will start to feel drained. Before I know it, I'm opening dark negative portals. I can allow emotions start to siphon my energy, lunar energies, boom. So this is a big part of my practice every single day. Okay, when you have three children of your own and two of your bonus, there's always five children that is close to me and going through things. And of course, I we want to be there assist. So it's like that work, but also when things happens in the collective, when I start to remember another thing about the darkness on our planet, I need to go in and take care of that. What does that mean to me inside? Otherwise, I'm blocking it, I'm blocking it, I'm blocking it. So again, we are retrieving missing information, and disorders on any levels will start to show up when there's missing information. So here, like the natural laws that we are studying deeply now in the self-mastery is 13 main keys given by God to us, by God from within to us, by studying them. And that's not easy. It's easier to like call in some being to assist me in this here and now, but later on, they will be siphoning my energy and I will not feel empowered and I haven't really learned something. So it's like, okay, the natural laws were given to us like a book. Each law is creating a powerful correspondence in our life. The first law is the law of mentalism. Everything that is created in my life started with a thought. It's not that easy that all thoughts comes from me, right? Because they come from mind controls, they can come from the ancestors, it can come from black magic, from entities, implants, from programs. So of course we need to work on all levels. But the second law that we really starting to work with now is the law of correspondence, which means that every time I feel triggered when I judge someone, there's something inside of me there that I'm seeing in the other that I still don't love inside of myself, for an example. There's always a correspondence. If the relationship that is itchy, it's just a reflection, a correspondence of what is within me and what is missing there, what information is missing. If I am lacking in money, in love, there is a correspondence there of my mental state. And again, that's why I need to practice to go into neutral observer and feeling my own energy, getting to know my sacred crystal heart, being able to open all communication links and starting to feel God's love, truth, and power. And so I can start to correspond on the outer from that frequency, from my true organic, Christic higher mind, and not from my ego personality. Many of us are craving more advanced teachings. We are craving more devoted communities. We have been searching all over. We might connect to so many different places and teachers and activations. So it's like, I need to make a choice now. And it's part of our mission. And this is coming through now, guys. And through all these things that I've been talking about, the latest weeks is like notice when you feel fed up, like this is too much. I feel drained. This is too much. For how long will this healing go on? Then you're probably in a reversal because there's moments where we need to break that healing that can become a loop. Healing, yes. Healing trauma, clearing, yes. But there's a moment if we focus on that only, becomes a reversal and fear starts to show up. So that's when we need to take a pause. And that's where prayers are so powerful. I will start to share prayers more frequently, shorter prayers. In the self-mastery, we have long prayers, but prayers help me to unlock the remembrance of who I truly am and the frequency of God's sovereign free, which is an advanced architecture. So that's when we need a break. We need to go to nature. We do need to do something that is fun. And that's when also starting to put energy on what empowers you and helps you to find your inner remembrance again. So that's when the natural loss comes in. I went all over the place today. Let's see if there's an activation that wants to come through. Okay. As we open the space in God's infinite love, light, and power, tuning into the center of your heart, as we ask only for what is the highest divine order for you to come in and come through, dropping into your heart and just expanding your heart frequency out into all directions. And now you might see a sun coming through, allowing all of your solar frequencies to be awakened, heard, played, activated, and upgraded. Feel that you are the diamond sun body manifested here on earth. You are becoming this solar frequency on this planet right now. You might see a lot of solar dragons coming in, the crystal solar dragons coming in. I see 12 crystal solar dragons moving from the 12 stargates, coming with 12 solar dragon eggs, placing them all around you. You've been asked to focus on your inner crystal's light as these 12 dragon eggs starts to spiral around you in a tri-wave currency. So feel here in a tri-wave current. So just feel here the love that you are, the truth that you are, and the divine power that you are, as these 12 dragon eggs are amplifying the tri-wave current, the tri-wave spiral within you. There's 12 solar dragons holding space for you. And now move into the center of your brain. Breathe into the center of your brain and allow one golden egg to move into the center of your brain, starting to spiral anti-clockwise, clearing your mind from anything that is blocking you right now from being able to move into center 0 point. Any mental loops, any specific relationship going on, anything now, allow it to be cleared. Beautiful. The egg starts to spiral clockwise, amplifying your true Christic mind. Now, move into 0 point. Allow an activation of your 0 point to happen. Expand the 0 point into your entire central vertical line, your entire column. Claim your natural state, sharp, focus, and alert. Move the golden egg into your heart. Spin it anti-clockwise. Clear anything that blocks you from feeling safe to feel all that's in your heart. Anything going on right now in your life that is making you spiral or close down your heart? Now allow the egg to open and expand your heart frequency and feel how you're feeling more safe to feel it all. Expand more of your solar frequency out to all directions. Again, if it resonates, say, I am the diamond sun body manifested. I am a cosmic free citizen. I'm here to assist with unity consciousness. I align my mind to the Christic mind, the diamond mind, and I know now even more, I remember now even more that all is being given to me from the outer is just a feedback to me of what is going on within me. Shiarana kotoru no soso no tiataranata sianare. Soya. Take some deep breaths and allow this to be recorded, knowing that this will be reminded in your everyday life as it's now recorded. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Beautiful, beloveds. This was tools given to you to sit if you feel guided longer and working with these tools. In just a few weeks, it's time for the Dragon Activation webinar. The dragons are coming in. There's some new advanced dragons coming in to assist our planet. And there's new ways for us to work with them. Thank you for listening, for all that wanted to come through. Thank you for walking with me. I put the links, as always, into next webinar, to the self-mastery template if you want to join. And please, if you feel it resonate, follow my channel, because then you will get next energy update automatically. Love you guys. Mwah. Blessings.